Hello, and welcome. You are looking live at the meeting of the minds at home plate. This is Royals TV. The Kitchener Panthers are in town for the second meeting of the 2026 CBL campaign with the Guelph Royals. My name is Mark Perry. I'll be taking you through today's matchup. It is the start of a home-and-home between the Panthers and the Royals. They will tentatively meet tomorrow at Jack Couch Park. The weather might have something to say about it, but again, keep tabs on the schedule as the weather forecast ends up changing over the next 12 hours or so. But beautiful mix of sun and cloud here today as we are in perfect baseball conditions between these two teams. There you see it on the screen, 27 degrees. And there's a few clouds in the sky, a little bit breezy, but a great time for some baseball. The last time these two teams met, it was just a few weeks ago, back on May 30th, a Saturday afternoon showdown. Kitchener had a Big 10-2 lead in that game. Guelph ended up coming back, but it was the Royals who fell short by 2 runs in that game. But things, they have been a-changing ever since then. Since that game against the Guelph Royals, the Kitchener Panthers, losers of 5 straight games, outscored 58-24, almost 24 home runs given up by the Panthers in those 5 games, and they are looking to right the ship. They ended up losing just 12 hours ago to Toronto, 13-4 on a rare Friday night game. Let's take a look at the matchup. As there you see it, losers of 5 straight games. For the Guelph Royals, meantime, winners of 2 straight games. They ended up winning 10-0 over Toronto on Wednesday. As we are going to go right to O Canada, and we'll get first pitch in just a moment. All right, we are set for some baseball. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Kitchener Panthers, who will start things off here in the top half of the first. It is their usual starting 9, although Junior Ibarra is getting the day off. Samuele Bruno is catching as he is in the 6th spot here this afternoon. Matteo Zeppieri, Petey Kiefer, Yasvani Penalve, 1, 2, 3. Malik Williams in there. Rafi Gross has had a pretty hot start to the year, although he has slowed down a little bit as of late. Josh Williams and Malik Williams both in the lineup for the Panthers here this afternoon. And there you see the rest of it as Yosuke Fuji also starting this game on the bench. Turning it over to the Guelph lineup, as they will start with Ryan DeSantos, an on-base machine this season and throughout his career in this league. Anthony Gilbert in the 2-hole at shortstop, Miguel Geraldo, Garrett Takamatsu, Victor Mascai in there at first base as Liam Wilson gets the day off, Matthew Ward, the usual catcher, Davis Nadal, Andy leader Ashton Patterson also rounding out 1 through 9. Your umpires for today's game behind home plate is going to be Ryan Herron. Harrison Young is working first base, and Joel Estevez over at third base today. As the Royals are being introduced here in-house on a beautiful day for some baseball. There you see them going out to the field. Let's take a look at the starting pitcher for the Guelph Royals. It is Jacob Cush, who's going to be coming out from the bullpen, as he will strut out after he ended up warming up ahead of today's game. And for Jacob Cush, bringing in an 0-1 record, and surprising to see that just 5 strikeouts for Jacob Cush through 3 starts this season, or 3 appearances. He's only made 2 starts, I should say. 15 innings of work already this year, and it'll be his 2nd home appearance on the season. There you see him, Jacob Cush, heading to the hill right now. His last appearance coming on June 2nd. Went 5 2/3 against the Hamilton Cardinals. Didn't get the decision, but the Royals did end up capturing the win in that one. He faced 27 batters, didn't strike out anybody. Walked 1, surrendered 9 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, as the opposition hitting .360 off of him so far this season. He's looking to stem that tide here against the Kitchener Panthers team that I would say struggling for offense, to be honest with you. A team that last night against the Maple Leafs really had a tough time just generating any hits off of Nick Veselinovic. And that's been kind of the theme with this Panthers team, especially over these last 5 games. Although, you know, scoring 24 runs, that is not an easy thing to do in this league, as that is, when you think about it, 4.8 runs a game. But especially in their home ballpark, it is a hitter-friendly ballpark. They have had a heck of a time trying to keep the baseball inside the park. Did a good job of it last time. But here it is a pitcher-friendly ballpark, the confines of Hastings Stadium. Deep left center is 397, deep right field 393. So we will see what the Panthers can do. They had some success already, again putting 10 runs on the Royals in their last meeting. And we are getting set and ready for first pitch. Matteo Zeppieri will lead things off here for the Kitchener Panthers. Glad to have you with us here on Royals TV. A beautiful Saturday afternoon. One of 4 games in the CBL, just one of them out of town actually happening. 2 evening games tonight, but Hamilton and Brantford are also playing this afternoon. We'll keep you up to date on how that game is going on. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. We are underway at 2:02 here on a Saturday afternoon. The delivery just missing inside. Evens the count at 1-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Zeppieri hitting .214 on the season, although as you saw on the screen, a .476 on base percentage, leads the league with 19 walks. The 1-2 misses upstairs. The 6'1", 220 native of Newcastle. Played late into last season, as that's going to be sent out of play. Hit .289 in 22 games in 2025 with the Panthers. Of course, saw limited action with Richmond in the spring of 2026, his senior year. And that is strike 3. Gets the punch out on the inside edge, and Zeppieri goes down, 1 down here in the first. Let's take a look at the defense in behind Jacob Cush. Ryan DeSantos, Ashton Patterson, and Andy Leader, a stout trio in the outfield for sure. Davis Nadal, Anthony Gilbert, Miguel Geraldo, and Victor Mascai working the infield today, and as usual, Matthew Ward patrolling in behind home plates. And that'll miss at the knees for ball one here on Petey Kiefer. The son of field manager Pete Kiefer. That's going to miss way inside. Kiefer has been a treat for this Panthers team, as that's going to be sent foul and nearly hitting our camera. Samuele Bruno has all of his catcher's equipment on, ready to go. I think he was just trying to field that one. 2 balls, 1 strike here on Petey as he sends that one foul. Kiefer hitting .283 on the season. The 2-2. And that's going to be skied. It's going to go foul. Davis Nadal chasing after it, but not going to get there. There you see it on the screen. Has 6 stolen bases on the year, does Kiefer. So when he gets on base, you like to keep an extra eye on him, as the OPS around .935 to start the year as well. Kush the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He's got a pair. This time of the swinging strikeout variety, and there's 2 down here for the Panthers. And that'll bring up Yasvani Penalve. The on base, .433. One of the 8 imports on this Panthers roster made a slight change in the last few days. As they put Elian Serrata on the inactive list. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And also acquiring Ernesto Punales. So pitcher for pitcher. The 0-2, that's going to hit Kush. Deflects over Nadal over to first in time. And it's a 1-2-3 top of the first for the Guelph Royals. 16 pitches needed for Jacob Kush. He gets a pair of strikeouts. And we're heading to the home half of the first. It is bagels across the board. Welcome back as we head to the bottom half of the first. It'll be Ryan DeSantos, Anthony Gilbert, Miguel Geraldo to lead things off here for the Guelph Royals, and they will take on Owen McNeil as he makes his 5th appearance of the season. He's got an 0-2 record, a 7.16 ERA. A lot of that was ballooned by some of his earlier starts. He gave up 4 runs on 5 hits in 2 2/3 against the Maple Leafs in the season opener. And that really ballooned that ERA up. He's been working to try to lower that quite a bit. His last start came just 6 days ago. Went 5 innings against the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers, gave up 5 hits and 2 earned runs. See if he can better that performance here today, as that's going to miss inside for ball 1. As this is Ryan DeSantos. Watches that one just miss at the knees. The umpire needed an extra moment to see that one. .420 on-base percentage for DeSantos this year. That one just misses on the outside as Owen McNeil is already down 3-0. DeSantos has walked 7 times this year, slugging at .465 and hitting .326. The 3-0 is going to miss upstairs, and that is a 4-pitch walk for DeSantos. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered if you are the Guelph Royals, not so much the Kitchener Panthers. And that'll bring up Anthony Gilbert. As he has had some limited time here for the Guelph Royals, just his 4th game in a Royals uniform. He's got the .400 average, .400 on base, as that's sent through the hole into right field. DeSantos activated on the pitch, and he goes first to third. Runners on the corners. First pitch, Gilbert sees a missile into right field. While we have a moment, let's take a look at the defense for the Kitchener Panthers here this afternoon. That was hit to Yasvani Penalve out in right field. Zepieri and Gross, that's the usual trio out in the outfield for the Panthers. Towers, Kiefer, Scansey, Malik Williams in the infield, and Samuele Bruno is in behind home plate here today. And they're already starting to fall behind, are these Panthers, and they are looking for answers and looking for them in a hurry, as here is Miguel Geraldo. Panthers just trying to settle in here as the Royals have really taken it to them here in the early going. Geraldo hitting .333, his 10th game of the season. Of course, a former top prospect with the Toronto Blue Jays. Was in the Jays system from 2018 all the way up until 2024. Made it to AAA Buffalo at one point. Reached that just 2 years ago. The 0-1 is going to miss downstairs. The runner's going to go as Bruno lost track of the baseball. And Gilbert will get into second base. The Royals with a couple in scoring position already. That was an issue that the Panthers had last night against Toronto. Toronto very aggressive on the base paths early on in last night's game. And Toronto was able to manufacture some runs because of it. That's going to miss on the outside. Losing it for a moment there was Bruno, but nobody is even budging on that one. So it is a stolen base for Gilbert. And again, already runners on second and third, nobody out here for the Royals. As they have had a pretty good run in the last couple of games, defeating Barrie 7-2 last Sunday, defeating Toronto, as mentioned, 10-0 on Wednesday. as that's popped up into foul ground. Bruno chasing it, and he and Malik Williams nearly ran into each other there, but they got out of the way just in time, but nobody able to make the catch on that occasion. And it's those missed opportunities that come back to bite you. Just trying to track that baseball down. If you're the Panthers, you just want to get a couple of quick outs here. And here for the Royals, the bats are hot. This is the time to strike. The 2-2, swing and a miss. He got him for strike 3. And Owen McNeil gets a big strikeout here in the bottom of the first.
Your designated hitter, number 4.
And here comes Garrett Takamatsu. Tak hitting .389 on the season. That on base all the way up to .532. Has hits in 5 straight games. Knocks that one over to Kiefer. Over to first in time. They'll get the RBI, and the Guelph Royals have taken a 1-0 lead. As Garrett Takamatsu goes down on the old 6-3 putout. And here comes Victor Mascai, runner on second here now. And the Guelph Royals have taken a 1-0 lead here on Kitchener. That one goes into the dirt. And really keeping an eye on Gilbert. He did not move from second base. Bruno getting set more toward the outside. That one's going to go into the other batter's box. Of course, Victor Mascai, another recent addition by this Royals team. Brazilian national team member. More of a utility player as he takes that one inside. Of course, in his first game as a Royal, went 2 for 6 with a home run. As part of the Houston Astros system for a time. And there is going to be a walk. Another 4-pitch free pass issued by Owen McNeil. And that'll put more traffic on the base path here for the Royals in the early going. It'll be Anthony Gilbert on second, Mascai on first. And he can play a little bit of everything. Kind of a utility player that you can really just piece in. Today he's playing first base. He's also at the World Baseball Classic for Brazil. Actually hit a home run off of Michael Wacha against the U.S. Ward, into his second season with the Royals, was an all-star a year ago. So 2 down here in the first, and that's going to paint the inside for a strike. The delivery, that's going to go in behind Ward as that baseball gets way away from McNeil. Ward went 0 for 2 against the Leafs on Wednesday. previous to that, had a good streak going, had hits in 7 of his previous 8 going into last Wednesday's matchup. The 2-1 fouled back. Just a consistent hitter. And you think about that run of hits in 7 of 8. Just 2 of them were extra base hits. He had a double against London, a home run against Barrie. So that just really kind of tells you the kind of player that Matthew Ward is. You know, not really trying to hit those moon shots, just put it in play, hard hit balls, get him to the outfield and get on base. The 2-2. Good block there by Bruno. Had to be extra athletic to get in front of that one. Puts the count full at 3-2. But that pitch count not looking that great for Owen McNeil as he's about to deliver pitch number 30. Or pitch number 21. The runners will go, and that's going to miss downstairs for ball 4. That'll load the bases for Davis Nadal, who has a grand slam on his ledger this season. That came in London a couple of weeks ago. Can he do it again? As Pete Kiefer comes out to talk to McNeil, as well as some of the infielders, to try to figure out how to get out of this mess. It has been a messy bottom of the first for the Kitchener Panthers. Nadal will be the 7th batter for the Royals. Now Nadal hitting .231.
Number 2, Davis Nadal.
And the lefty will try to put another bit of damage on the board here for the home side. Just 4 RBI for him this season. Of course, those 4 coming on one swing of the bat as that misses inside. That was May 31st against the Majors in London. Maybe a bit shorter of a porch than what we have here at Hastings Stadium, although not by much. Another big outfield at Labatt Park. McNeil gets set. That's crushed high. It's going deep. Penalve tracking it. Looks like it's going to stay in the ballpark, though. That would have been a grand salami at a couple of ballparks in this league, but not here at Hastings. Penalve gets underneath it, makes the catch, and leaves the bases juiced. We are through 1 here at Hastings Stadium in Guelph. It is the Royals 1, the Panthers no score here on Royals TV.
Get ready, Chatham Kent. For the first time ever in the new Canadian Baseball League era, the 2026 All-Star Showdown is landing at Fergie Jenkins Field on the July 11th and 12th weekend. The league's top talent, all in one place. Watch the full slate of skills competitions, including the popular Home Run Derby on Saturday, and on Sunday, the ultimate 2026 CBL All-Star Game featuring your favorite players for a mid-season showdown. Chatham Kent, it's our time. The All-Star Weekend of the new CBL era. It's history in the making.
To the second inning we go. The Panthers trailing the Royals 1-0. As we are into the top half of the second, it will be Malik Williams, Rafi Gross, and Samuele Bruno due up for the visitors, wearing their road gray jerseys with their bright blue lettering, or numbering, I should say. No lettering to be seen on these jerseys. As that's set high and in behind the grandstands here at Hastings. Malik hitting .421 on the year. That just misses on the outside. Leads the team with that .421 average. Of course, has been around the block here in the league. Spent a number of years with the Barrie Baycats. Won a championship with the Baycats in 2024. Part of that roster that won the championship on this very field. The 2-1. That one sent into center field. Patterson won't be able to get to it. That's a base hit as it drops in front of him in shallow center. So the Panthers are in business getting the first hit of the afternoon. And that'll set the table for Rafi Gross. .417 the on-base percentage, hitting .282 on the year. That's popped up. Looks like it's going to stay in the infield. It's tracking more toward the outfield. Gilbert gets underneath it, and he makes the catch. Anthony Gilbert falls to his keister, but says, I got it. And Rafi Gross is retired on one swing of the bat. And that'll set things up for the Italian Samuele Bruno. 22 years of age, another utility player. As Bruno's going to call for time. I don't know if he's got something in his eye. Now taking the signs from Pete Kiefer, working over at third base. That's going to be a strike. It goes in and out of the glove of Ward. Although Malik Williams, not really a stolen base threat. But at the same time, you don't want to underestimate his speed. He can really track baseballs when he's playing defense over at first. The 0-1 is going to miss on the outside. Although it is to say, while he's not a stolen base threat, the Panthers overall, they love stealing bases. Second in the league with 31 stolen bags, as that's popped up into shallow center and caught by Patterson coming in from center field. So a couple of quick outs for Jacob Cush, and something that can be really good for him and beneficial just overall, just to try to keep that pitch count down. It went up a little bit. He did get a couple of strikeouts in the first inning, but these quick outs, whether it's a grounder, whether it's a pop-up, these fly balls, can really lower that pitch count and perhaps allow him to go deeper into ball games. That one's fouled back. Malik Williams on first. Josh Williams now the batter. He's playing first base. He is the DH today. Gonna miss on the outside. And Josh looking to get things going as a member of the Kitchener Panthers. Has a home run to his credit. That came in Chatham-Kent a few weeks ago. Pretty sure he hit something in the carnival that was in deep right field at Fergie Jenkins Field that night. But just hitting .217 on the season. And gets bat to ball there. sends it foul. Spent the last 2 seasons in Hamilton. Was with the Barnstormers for part of 2024. Though has seen limited time over the last several years due to injury. Had a big 31-game campaign last season as he swings and misses for strike 3. Jacob Cush up to 3 Ks on the afternoon. We are through to the home half of the second. The Royals with a 1-0 lead. Welcome back as we head to the home half of the second inning here at Hastings Stadium in Guelph. Mark Perry here in the booth for another installment of the Battle of Highway 7. Andy Leader to lead things off here for the Royals. That's popped up, first pitch. Malik camping underneath it. He'll make the catch. It's those kind of outs that Owen McNeil could really use here. 23 pitches in the first inning. Got roughed up a bit. Issuing 3 walks. Got a strikeout. As here comes Ashton Patterson. Hitting .278 has really improved lately when it comes to the average. Especially year over year when you think about it. Just a .115 average in 2025. 11 hits on his ledger through 34 games a year ago. He's got 5 through 9 games here this season. It's been an excellent option in the outfield, and that's that word depth that Dino Ramel and the staff have been preaching, as that's a bunt dropped down perfectly over to first, not in time. Ashton Patterson drops a perfect bunt single to get on base. And I don't think Bruno or McNeil expected that. Ryan DeSantos now the batter as we head to the top of the order the second time around here for the Guelph Royals. Walked and scored, did DeSantos in the first. And we'll have to keep an eye on Patterson. A stolen base threat over to first. He is off the bags as that is a pickoff to perfection for Owen McNeil. Ashton Patterson was straying too far off the bag. McNeil caught it and threw a dart right to Malik Williams. And that erases the single. Holds off, or did he? No, he did not. They say he went around. So just like that, 2 down here in the second. And you know, when you're Ashton Patterson, you drop that bunt down, you get over to first. You want to utilize that speed, utilize that aggressiveness, but was caught flat-footed on that occasion. The 0-2, missing at the knees. There's DeSantos. He's been a threat on the base path all throughout his career, a mainstay with the Toronto Maple Leafs. That one's going to miss on the outside. Had a very healthy season in 2024, played all 42 games with the Leafs on that occasion. And did it again last year. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Owen McNeil and the Kitchener Panthers face the minimum. So we are through 2 here at Hastings Stadium in Guelph. The Royals won, the Panthers no score here on Royals TV.
Everyone dreams of being great. Only a select few can be iconic. But only one is chosen. Introducing the Chosen One from Rawlings. The all-new one-piece composite iteration of the top-rated and established Icon BB Core bat.
To the top of the third we go here at Hastings Stadium in Guelph. It is a Guelph Royals 1-0 lead on the Kitchener Panthers. Zane Scansey, Charlie Towers, Matteo Zeppieri due up here for Kitchener. The former Western Canadian Rookie of the Year, Zane Scansey, to lead things off as he takes in for a strike. That one's crushed down the line, but that's going to go foul. That had a whole lot of distance underneath it. He got everything underneath it, but just a little bit too early. Scansey hitting just 200 on the season. Yet to get a home run on his ledger. 7 runs driven in for the native of Tacoma, Washington. That'll be put into center field, a base hit for Scansey. Similar approach, saw the timing of that long hit ball and just timed it right as that one was going toward the heart of the plate yet again. So Scansey on first. And that'll bring things to the number 9 hitter, Charlie Towers. He looked like he was going to bunt, but holds back for ball 1. Towers, the third baseman, former Toronto Maple Leaf, hitting 174 on the year. Hitting 174, but is on base at 321. He's walked 5 times this year as he takes another one in for ball 2. Popped up. Ward tracking it. Coming over from first is Mascai, but Ward gets underneath it to make the catch. Mascai lost it there for a moment, but that was all Ward the entire way. Zeppieri struck out back in the first as he sends a long towering baseball into foul ground. And everybody will go chasing after that one. Throw back over to first, not in time. That's going to be another piece of information to know. Both teams really keeping an eye on first base. He's going to run, and Ward losing it in the glove and getting on over to second base safely is Zane Scansey on the stolen bag. Make that 32 for 40. The Kitchener Panthers are this season on stolen bases. And now a runner in scoring position. The Panthers looking to tie it. Cush taking his time. Gets something he likes. The 0-1. Misses upstairs. And Zeppieri would love to get on base. You talk about stolen base threats. He is among the best of them as he is going to get on base here. Base hit into right field. Stop sign put on at third. Zeppieri will scamper back over to first base. He's trailed off for a moment, but the throw into home is going to keep Scansey over at third.
Shortstop number 17.
So a couple of singles for the Panthers in this inning. And that'll bring up Petey Kiefer. Who had a hot start to the year. But just the 2 hits here in the month of June. The runner's going to go. Throw into second, and he got him. They knew Zeppieri was probably going to go at some point. He takes off immediately, and Ward sends a dart to Anthony Gilbert. And just like that, there's 2 away, and that is going to be skied into right field. Shallow right as Geraldo gets underneath it. The catch is made, and that's going to do it. The Panthers strand a runner. They got caught stealing as well, and it remains 1-0 Guelph as we head to the home half of the third here at Hastings Stadium in Guelph. Welcome back inside David E. Hastings Stadium in Guelph as we get set for the home half of the third. The heart of the Royals order due up. It'll be Anthony Gilbert, Miguel Geraldo, and Garrett Takamatsu. If you want to join us here at Hastings Stadium in Guelph, head to guelphroyals.com and look for the tickets tab on the top of the screen, and you can get yourself single game tickets and birthday packages as well. Scansey fields it over to first in time, and that's one pitch, one out. 9 pitches needed for Owen McNeil in that last inning. Gave up the single to Ashton Patterson, a bunt single at that, and Patterson got picked off over at first.
Miguel Geraldo.
Of course, the next home game for the Royals will be on Tuesday when Chatham Kent will come into town. Bruno unable to secure that one. So here's Miguel Geraldo. He is 0 for 1. Struck out swinging back in the first. The 1-0, that's sent a long way down the line, foul. So Miguel Geraldo got all of that one. But again, a little bit early. Or else that one would have went right on over the 325 sign in deep left field. Brings a lot of pop. Does the native of Santiago in the Dominican Republic. The 1-1, that's going to miss downstairs. Looked at as a potential MVP caliber player in this league when he was signed. Hit .260 across his several seasons in the Blue Jays system. The 2-1, that's a chopper. That'll get through the hole and into left field. Base hit for Geraldo. As that batting average goes up a tick. And Geraldo extends his hitting streak to count him up 7 games. As Geraldo stays hot. And now the team leader in batting average at .389 coming into today. Here's Garrett Takamatsu. That misses downstairs. the former league MVP back in 2021. 2 All-CBL selections in 21 and last season. That just misses on the inside. As his hitting streak on the line as well. He's got hits in 5 straight ball games. It's been a big part of this Royals team that have done a whole lot of winning as of late. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Guelph has won 4 of the last 5 games Takamatsu has played in. Taking the lead is Geraldo. The 2-1. Bit of a check swing inside, and that's going to go out of play. As mentioned, the Royals winners of 2 straight ball games. Previous to that, losing 10-2 to London back on June 6th. That one sent into center field. Everyone chasing after it. That's going to drop in front of Rafi Gross, and another base hit here for the Royals. A blooper extends the hitting streak for Garrett Takamatsu.
Number 18, Victor Mascai.
Of course, the one win that Garrett was not a part of for the Royals, that was that win over Barrie on Sunday. Now Victor Mascai looking to drive someone home. He walked in the first inning. Towers playing to the edge of the grass over at third. Everyone else at traditional depth. That's going to be sent back into the screen. It's a good start for Mascai in his CBL career. Not consistent of a hitter, but as Geraldo got too far off of second base, but he scampers in there nicely. But Mascai just, again, not consistently hitting, but hitting in precise moments where the team needs him most. Couple of checks over at second. Down the line, that's going to go foul. Johnny Fell didn't even move over at first base. It's like the Blue Jays' Nona just sees a baseball coming his way. Doesn't need to budge. Not phased. He's seen a whole lot of baseball in his years, I'll tell you that much. Here comes the 0-2. Upstairs, 1-2. McNeil taking his time, getting the sign here from Bruno. Not really liking what he's getting signaled, and it's enough for Mascai to say, I need time here. And he'll be given that time from the home plate umpire. Another check over at second. The 2-2 into the dirt, 3-2. Mascai showing off some patience there. He has walked a couple of times this season. Looking to get that on-base percentage up a tick more. And would love to do some damage and increase this Royals lead. They're really keeping an eye on second base. The throw, that's going to be put into left field, all the way back, and all the way back, it hits the wall. Circling around third, trotting home is Geraldo. Getting the stop sign over at third base is Takamatsu, and that is an RBI double for Victor Mascai to make it 2-0 Guelph. A good piece of hitting as that ball goes a long way. Zeppieri tried tracking it.
Number 10, Matthew Ward.
But again, here at with the dimensions of Hastings Stadium, there is a whole lot of outfield to try to traverse. And that baseball went right off the wall. Runners on second and third here for Matthew Ward as the Royals are cooking. Here in the third as there is strike one on the Royals catcher. And you're still seeing that aggressiveness on the base path, and that, for a lack of a better term, taunting Owen McNeil and really straying off of the bases, as that'll go right across McDonnell for a strike. Really just trying to keep the pitcher guessing. Malik Williams playing to the edge of the grass over at first. McNeil taking an extra second. Bruno looking like he's going to start setting up outside. Cuts it down the middle. It goes outside. One ball, 2 strikes on the board. 51 pitches now for Owen McNeil. Taking his time here. The delivery. Blooper will go foul, and Junior Ibarra almost making a catch right out of the Panthers dugout. Ward really battling here in this AB. McNeil gets set. Here comes the 1-2. Evens the count. The delivery upstairs. Puts the count full here on Ward, who has really been standing in there at this at-bat. Pitch number 7 incoming here. Gets a piece of it and stays alive. As Ward will get reset and await pitch number 8. What a battle between McNeil and Ward here. Who's going to budge? Just one away, the full count. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Third strikeout of the ball game for Owen McNeil as he K's Matthew Ward, but what a battle from the Royals catcher. And that'll set things up for Davis Nadal. Sent a towering shot to right field. His last time up, but it resulted in a flyout. Runners still on second and third. Tack at third, Mascai on second. Another run has come in to score in this inning here for the Royals, as that one's sent into the screen. Nadal, as mentioned, hitting .231 on the season. Former Pittsburgh Pirate and Kansas City Royals farmhand as he fouls that one back. Just 24 years of age. And in that span, his 5 seasons in the minors, played primarily in the Dominican Republic. 15 home runs, 66 stolen bases. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him for strike 3. And that's another K for Owen McNeil. He's got 4 on the afternoon, but another run comes in to score for the Royals. To the 4th we go at Hastings Stadium in Guelph. The Royals with a 2-0 lead.
To be the best, you've got to bring performance from every second. The game is getting faster every season. So Rawlings made a time machine to help you keep up. Introducing the all-new Velo ACP. It's light, it's balanced, so you can pick your pitch and drive the ball with maximum exit velocity. The game's gotten faster. Your bat has too.
Welcome back inside Hastings Stadium in Guelph. It'll be Yasvani Penalve Malik Williams and Rafi Gross due up here for the Kitchener Panthers, taking on Jacob Cush. The Royals with a 2-0 lead on the Panthers. Both teams going in opposite directions. Royals winners of 2 straight. The Panthers losers of 5 straight. And they've done a bit of a swap in the standings. Guelph now in a playoff position at 5 and 6. Panthers at 5 and 8. Sitting in 7th in the 9-team loop. That's going to be skied into center field, a base hit for Penalve. And if the Panthers want to have some success in this game, they got to start stringing some runs together slowly yet surely. You go back to that game a couple of weeks ago where Kitchener won 10-8. They had 16 hits in that contest, including a big 6th inning where they scored 6 runs. And they really got to Alfred Vega. The runner's gonna go, but that's gonna be skied into center field. Penalve is gonna have to run back as Malik Williams gets too much air underneath that baseball. And that'll bring up Rafi Gross. Gross popped one to the shortstop his last time up. Throw back over to first, not in time. Had a 7-game hitting streak at one point going into June 5th against London. Had that streak broken against Chatham-Kent, went 1 for 4 last night. It was a triple for Gross, a rare triple at the couch last night. That one misses downstairs. But partially due to the defense of the Maple Leafs, Dennis DeBanning and J.J. Dutton actually colliding at the wall. A scary moment, but the two of them ended up okay. The ball was sitting there, and Gross was able to get around to third. As that's going to be sent into foul ground. Maskai was chasing after it, but it's going to go out of play. But just to note about that triple, Gross did come in to score. That was back in the 2nd inning of last night's game. Couple of runs coming in for the Panthers. They were down 5-2 after the first, and the Maple Leafs just continued to put the foot on the gas pedal. The 2-1 into right field, or rather right center. Patterson gets underneath it. He'll make the catch. So Gross 0 for 2. Samuele Bruno will come up. Bruno flew one to the center fielder back in the 2nd inning. He's got a runner on first, and Panthers really got to start generating something when they have runners on the base path. They've had runners on each of the last 2 innings. Count Penalve to extend that to 3 innings. They just have not been able to get them across. Some blunders, but also some heads-up plays by the Royals. The Panthers 1 for 2 on stolen bases here today, as that's going to be sent into the screen. Zane Scansey stole a bag in the 3rd. Zeppieri was caught stealing in the 3rd. Got a good jump, but Matthew Ward with an excellent throw. Good jump from home plate. The 0-2. Another one sent out of play. And if anything, this just extends the pitch count on Jacob Cush. He's at an even dozen this inning, or will be with this next offering. The runner's going to go, throw into second, and he got him! Matthew Ward does it again. Penalve picked off at second base, and we are through to the home half of the fourth. The Guelph Royals with a 2-0 lead. To the home half of the fourth here at Hastings. The Royals with a 2-0 lead on the Kitchener Panthers. Glad to have you along for this Saturday afternoon Highway 7 showdown. Andy Leader, Ashton Patterson, Ryan DeSantos due up here for the Royals. The Royals scored one in the first. They scored one in the third. And they like to do more here on Owen McNeil as that's lasered into center field, a base hit. As McNeil had to get out of the way of that one. It's always the scary thing for pitchers, a comebacker like that. It goes through him. And Andy Leader gets aboard for the first time today. And now here comes Ashton Patterson. Dropped that bunt single his last time up. I don't think he's going to try it again, or will he? Everybody's keeping an eye, and Towers already playing into the grass over at third. That'll miss at the knees. Really keeping an eye out for that potential bunt attempt as Dino Ramel, the Hall of Famer, over at third, giving some signals to the runner and the batter. That's going to miss everybody. Over to second goes Leader, easily on the wild pitch. As that just gets away from McNeil. Roughly about 50-50 on balls and strikes here this afternoon. The big right-hander. In his second season with the Panthers. The 2-0 is going to miss outside. Of course, his fourth year in the CBL. a couple of seasons in Hamilton before going to Kitchener. The 3-0 is going to miss outside, and that's going to be ball 4. A little bit of activity in the Panthers bullpen, I think. The batters faced their number here for Owen McNeil, as another conversation is going to be had here. As that latest walk issued by McNeil, it's his 4th of the day. And there is somebody warming up in a hurry in the Panthers' pen.
Your left fielder, number 17, Ryan.
So with the runners on first and second, Ryan DeSantos, top of the order. An opportunity for the Royals to extend this lead. As Malik, Williams, and Patterson have a quick conversation over at first base. Malik is 6'4", and he's just like blocking out the sun with how small in comparison Ashton Patterson is. The second Ashton Patterson goes in behind Malik, you can't even see him. Here comes the 1-0. That'll be sent into foul ground. McNeil, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts on the day. Panthers have forced the Royals to strand 5 runners to keep this to a 2-0 scoreline. That just misses on the outside. They were looking for it. They aren't going to get it, though. Two balls, 1 strike here on DeSantos. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Couple of checks over at second. Drops the bunt down the line, but it's going to go foul. That was hard out of the hand of McNeil, a little bit too hard, and DeSantos just could not drop that cleanly. The count is at 2-2. Now a little bit more traditional depth for the Panthers infielders. They're really keeping an eye on second base. Kiefer dancing around to second. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. And that's the 5th strikeout of the ball game for Big Owen McNeil.
Shortstop, number 27, Anthony Gilbert.
And that sets up a potential inning-ending double play ball here. Anthony Gilbert 1 for 2 with a single. Fouled back. Hit the single back in the first. Stole second. Got over to third. As part of that bases loaded jam that McNeil got out of. Not really worried about a bunt attempt here. That's chopped right on over to first. And right over to Malik. That'll advance the runners. But there's 2 away here for Miguel Geraldo.
Your second baseman, number 15.
Just some soft contact.
Miguel Geraldo.
And a roller over to the first baseman. If you're not going to get a hard hit base hit, that's probably the best situation there for the Royals. Just get the runners into scoring position. See what you can do with Geraldo, who's also 1 for 2. That's going to miss everybody. Scampering home is leader. He'll get in safely. It's 3-0 Guelph on the wild pitch. Both runners advance on that one as well, so Patterson moves on over to third. And just another gaff on the day for McNeil. That's lasered. Oh my goodness, what a catch. Charlie Towers saves a run with a remarkable laser beam catch over at third base to end the frame. The Royals add 1. It's 3-0 home side as we head to break. Welcome back inside Hastings Stadium in Guelph. Charlie Towers. Oh me, oh my, what a catch over at third to save a run from coming in to score. The Royals, though, with a 3-0 lead as we head into the top half of the 5th. Jacob Cush still on the hill. 52 pitches in. Or rather 48. They keep updating that weirdly, but nonetheless. It was at 52, but it got reduced to 48. Samuele Bruno, the batter here. The 1-1. Did he go? No, he did not. And we'll try to keep the pitch count as updated as we possibly can. It's been going up and down all day today. And we're a short crew, just trying to keep track of everything as much as we possibly can. Bruno, that's a hard hit baseball. But in behind home plate it goes. Bruno was up to bat before Penalve got caught stealing. That's going to miss on the outside. Ball 4, Bruno takes his base. And that'll bring up the big bat of Josh Williams.
Designated hitter number 8, Josh Williams.
Just the first walk issued by Cush in this game. Williams lays off of that one, but it paints the outside edge for strike number 1. Josh 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Hard hit baseball deep into left field. DeSantos tracking it down, and that's going to go off the wall, and it goes over the fence. It is a home run for Josh Williams. The Panthers cut into the lead. It's 3-2. A hard hit ball by Josh Williams hits the top of the fence on the yellow and bounces over to the other side. Exactly what you needed if you were the visitors. A rare home run in this ballpark. But I said it a moment ago, that's a big bat in Josh Williams. And he put it on display there. Is that the momentum shift of this game to send the momentum the Panthers' way? Goes across for a strike. Zane Scansey 1 for 1. The 0-2, that skips on Ward, but he's able to trap it. Scansey hit that single in the third, stole a base, and later stranded on third. The offering, swing and a miss. Strike 3, he got him.
Third baseman number 7, Charlie
The 4th strikeout of the game for Jacob Cush. So here's Charlie Towers, made that remarkable catch to end the last inning. He sends one down. Nadal nearly tripping there. And it's going to stay in play, but nobody's able to go over to make the catch. Last time up, Towers. Pop out to the catcher. The 0-1 sent into center field. It's got space. It's going to drop in left center. A base hit. Going for 2, and in there sliding as Towers. As a bit of a defensive gaffe between DeSantos and Patterson. Some miscommunication on who was going to get that baseball. And the Panthers have some life.
left fielder number 1, Mateo Zeppieri.
So a runner in scoring position. That is the tying run at second base. And they are going to count it as a double for Towers, as that's going to be sent out of play. Towers hesitated for a moment over at first, and then as soon as he saw that bit of a stutter step by the outfielders, he jetted right on over to second. The 0-1 is going to clip the outside edge, and Zeppieri can't believe it. As Ryan Herron signals over to the Panthers bench. The 0-2. Sent high. Deep right center. Patterson grabs it, makes the catch, throws back into the infield, and getting over to third base safely is Charlie Towers. So Zeppieri is retired, and Petey Kiefer will come up to try to give the Panthers a little bit more life to try to tie this ball game. Here in the top of the fifth. It's going to go in for a strike. Approaching the season high for Jacob Cush. He went 6 in London, as that's put into left center. Base hit, and the Panthers have tied it. Petey Kiefer, his first hit of the ball game, drives home Charlie Towers. We are squared up at 3. The inning the Panthers have been hoping for the last couple of games, really. As they are starting to get to Jacob Cush. As there is some moseying on around in the Royals bullpen now. And everybody in the Panthers bullpen right at the edge of the fence, hoping to see their team take the lead here. Penalve, hard hit baseball. Geraldo fields it over to first in time, and that'll do it. To the home half of the fifth we go, and the Kitchener Panthers have come back to tie it. Josh Williams with a 2-run home run. Charlie Towers coming in to score on the RBI single from Petey Kiefer. 3-3 is the score. Welcome back here at Hastings Stadium in Guelph. The day is done for Owen McNeil. He goes 4 innings. And in comes the newcomer, just signed a couple of days ago, Ernesto Punales. As part of that transaction that sent Alien Serrata to the inactive list. And the Panthers are in business as they have squared this game up at 3-all. Punales, born in Cuba, but makes his residence in South Florida, is considered an import, so that's why you see that swap between Serrata going to the inactive, because you have to have 8 imports on the list. You can't have more, you can't have less, you can have less, you can't have more than 8. And putting Serrata on the inactive list allowed the Panthers to pick up Punales. Was a position player when he was a Baltimore Orioles farmhand, converted to a pitcher just a couple of years ago. And it's a 5-pitch walk issued to Garrett Takamatsu for his first walk of the ball game, and the first walk issued by Punales. So McNeil, the final line, 74 pitches. Gives up 3 runs, 2 of them earned on 6 hits. Walked 5, struck out 5. That'll be put out of play. Mascai 0 for 1, hit a double his last time up, walked in the first inning. The 0-2. Sent high, deep down the left field line. It's going to go into foul territory, and nobody's going to get to it. Punales has plied his trade for the last several years, primarily in Mexico and Puerto Rico. Swing and a miss. First career CBL strikeout for Punales. Ends up K-ing Mascai, and there's 1 down here in the 5th. And that'll set the stage for Matthew Ward with 1 away. As mentioned, this is the front half of a home and home. These two teams scheduled to play tomorrow, although I think Mother Nature might have something to say about that. For those listening in that plan on being at Jack Couch tomorrow, being told the decision will be made on whether or not tomorrow will be played latest 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Keep your eyes on social media for an update on whether or not tomorrow's game will go. Because again, we got some nasty weather coming into the region. I believe the chance of showers was at 99% according to Environment Canada last time I checked. So that's going to go in for a strike. Probably won't know it throughout the overnight hours, but showers expected to roll in around 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Risk of thunderstorms as well. It's going to be a rainy morning, to say the least, and that's going to saturate the field quite a bit. Two balls, 2 strikes here on Ward. Gets a piece of it. Kiefer over to second, over to first, and not in time. Ward gets in there safely on the fielder's choice. Beats out the throw by about a step, maybe a step and a half. A good turn by the second baseman, but Ward flew down the line. And just to note, it is now Junior Ibarra in behind home plate for the Kitchener Panthers. That is not Samuele Bruno. Down the line, that is a foul ball. So Bruno exits the game. It's tough to see with the mask on, but I can tell you for a fact that that is Junior in behind home plate right now. So that'll be a bit of a change in the batting order for the Panthers. Bruno due up third in the next inning. That'll go into the dirt, and I think this is just a necessity just because of the fact that Junior does work with a lot of these import pitchers that come in, and Ernesto is just fresh here into Canada. He only arrived here a couple of days ago, and obviously Junior, a native of Cuba, speaks Spanish, communicates with them. There's a swing and a miss for strike two. So you want to have a little bit of that familiarity. As Punales probably didn't have as much time to work with Bruno by any means on, pitch sequencing, what the stuff you have. And there's a swing and a miss for strike three as Punales gets his first CBL inning under his belt. The Panthers 3, the Royals 3, to the home half of the fifth we go here at Hastings Stadium.
What I like about my Rollins glove is really just the quality of it. Every year I get a glove, man, I know it's going to be made the right way. It's going to last me all year. Besides that, the colors, man, you get to have a little fun with it.
What I like about Rollins glove first and foremost is the quality.
It's got to be like an extension of my hand and very flexible and have a deep pocket and, ready for diving and anything that comes my way.
What I look for in a Rawlings glove is something that's durable, it's going to last me a long time. I like the Pro Preferred. For me, I just feel like it lasts longer.
I'd probably just do this whole color scheme right here. I'm gonna wait for the gold. I gotta get gold glove before I can do the gold.
As a kid growing up, whenever I see somebody out on the baseball field, that's all I had was a Rawlings. All I wanted to do was grow up and get a chance to be on a major league field and, have my Rawlings.
Welcome back inside Hastings Stadium in Guelph. Malik Williams, Rafi Gross, and Junior Ibarra will be due up here for the Panthers. So Ibarra takes over catching duties in that last inning. That'll paint the outside edge for a strike. Jacob Cush still in the game here. Glances off the helmet of Ward, and he's no worse for wear. Josh Williams with the two-run shot in the last inning. Made it 3-2. And Kiefer with an RBI single tied the game up at 3. Williams 1 for 2 with a single. That just misses upstairs. 73 pitches for Jacob Cush here in this game. Chopper. A high chopper. Nadal had to be patient, but gets it over in time to beat out Malik. Can't tell you that the substitution at catcher, the only change thus far for the Panthers.
Center fielder, number 14, Rafi Gross.
This will bring up Rafi Gross. He's 0 for 2. Good ball game between these two sides. That'll go in there for a strike. Count even at 1-1 as that one gets away. Down into the dirts. And the Panthers scored 3 in that last inning. The 2-1, skied high. Into the outfield it goes. Leader gets underneath it. He'll make the catch, and there's 2 away.
Pinch hitting and now catching, number 48, Junior Ibarra.
And Junior Ibarra will step in for the first time today. The native of Sancti Spiritus, Cuba. Into his 4th season here in the league. Takes strike 1. Like to improve on that average, though, just hitting 182 on the season. That one sent deep. It's going to stay playable, and Patterson will get underneath it to make the catch. That's a quick 1-2-3 for the Guelph Royals. To the home half of the 6th we go, still tied at 3. Welcome back inside Hastings Stadium in Guelph. Andy Leader to lead things off here for the Guelph Royals. Leader 1 for 2 in today's game. Second time in 3 innings he has led things off the 1-0. Waits off of that one and goes under the knees for ball 2. Ernesto Punales taken over for Owen McNeil. That one misses upstairs. The former Panther looking to burn his former team. That'll go across for a strike. Now has struggled against the Panthers this season. That only other meeting back on May 30th. That's going to hit him. And Leader's going to take a base. You know, Leader went 0 for 4 against the Panthers back on May 30th. Did walk and scored in the 3rd inning of that contest.
Your center fielder, number 1, Ashton Patterson.
And the Royals could start with something here as they have a base runner. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Just one game happening other than this one. 3-1 the scoreline between Brantford and Hamilton as that's popped up and caught on the run by Junior Ibarra. That'll retire Ashton Patterson. And in that Brantford game, it was 3-0 for the Red Sox at home. Hamilton has come back to score 1.
Your left fielder, number 17, Ryan Dos Santos.
Francis Adamas on the hill for Hamilton. Colby Klepper pitching for the Red Sox. As that's going to be sent out of play. Of note, in that game, Brantford and Hamilton, a pair of bases loaded hit by pitches, allowing the Brantford Red Sox to score a couple of runs. Brendan Nickel homer to right field in the 4th inning. The 0-1. That's going to go right across McDonnell. Throw over to first, not in time. DeSantos, 0 for 2. Pair of strikeouts on his ledger today. Walked and scored back in the 1st. Leader dancing over at first base as he trying to keep the pitchers true. That'll miss on the outside. You can see the pitchers being very particular, just trying to work that outside. Here comes the 2-2. The runner's going to go, swing and a miss, into second, a strike him out, throw him out. And the Panthers get out of it. 3-0 through 6 here at Hastings Stadium in Guelph.
hitter number 8, Josh Williams.
Welcome back inside Hastings Stadium in Guelph. It'll be Josh Williams, Zane Scansey, and Charlie Towers. Due up here for the Kitchener Panthers. It is the bottom of the order. The delivery to home, that one is going to miss outside. It's Nelson Mercado on the hill here. And this is the juggling act that is lineup cards. Wearing number 29 today on the hill, listed on the website as number 18, and I believe on the scorecard was listed as number 40. That misses upstairs for ball 4, and it's a 4-pitch walk issued to Josh Williams. So we can tell you that is indeed Nelson Mercado. Causing a little bit of havoc here on the broadcast booth and the scorer's table. As now the umpire is scratching his head, wondering what's going on with this lineup card. And I think the Panthers might be asking the same question too. I think they have it figured out, but that is the reason why that these scorecards need to be as accurate as they possibly can. That's going to miss inside, throw into second, and he's safe. As that is Jamie Cabral pinch running for Josh Williams. And that's the reason why you do it, folks. Mercado set the 1-0. That's going to miss on the outside. One ball, one strike. Scansey 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. And that's going to miss at the knees. And taking off toward third is Cabral, and he gets in there safely. The base running continuing here for the Panthers as they try to manufacture the go-ahead run. Hard hit ball down the third base line, foul. And Mercado, the Brampton native. Another hard hit ball down the third base line. Started the year with the Ottawa Titans in the Frontier League. Recently coming back here to Guelph. The 2-0 inside. Yeah, on the Guelph Royals website, they have number 29 given to Kyle Thomas. So bit of a switch of jerseys. Runner on third. Here comes the 3-2. A towering shot is going to go foul. The youngster Mercado looking to get out of it here. 23 years of age, takes one inside, does Zane Scansey, and that'll put runners on the corners here for the Panthers.
Third baseman number 7, Charlie Towers.
As an opportunity looms here for Kitchener, trying to retake the lead. Or just trying to take the lead for the first time today. The Royals had a 3-0 lead. Panthers tied it at 3 with 3 runs in the 5th. Towers 1 for 2. That one missing into the dirt and away. Doubled and scored back in the 5th. Mercado gets set. The runner's going to go from first, swing and a miss. Throw into second, throw home. That goes ahead above Matthew Ward's head, and coming in to score is Jamie Cabral. The Panthers have a 4-3 lead. Zane Scansey will get on over to third on the throw. A whole lot happening on that last offering. As a stolen base. A couple of them on the ledger on that last occasion. As this will bring up Matteo Zeppieri. There's a swing and a miss, or rather, that is still Charlie Towers. He's going to strike out. Now Matteo is going to come up. So one away. And a whole lot of stolen bases for the Kitchener Panthers as they have been running roughshod on the base paths here in the 7th. And Zeppieri is going to scamper down to first base. And some oohs and ahs come from the crowd after he gets hit by a pitch.
Shortstop number 17,
And if you're the Panthers, this is kind of a continuation of what you saw in the 5th. You go down 1-2-3 in the 6th, but picking up that momentum from a couple of innings ago. Just the one out. Runners on the corners. Runner's going to go from first. Zeppieri gets in there safely, and the runner's going to come home on a double steal. The Panthers extend the lead to 5-3. A whole lot of thievery this inning for the Kitchener Panthers. I mean, you can add them up more than you can count on one hand the amount of stolen bases. That's going to miss on the outside. Zeppieri over on second base. He's 1 for 2 on stolen bags today. He's scampering, he's thinking, throw into second, and he is going to advance to third. They're going to call a balk on Nelson Mercado. Zeppieri dancing around, taking the concentration away from the pitcher, and it cost them. And the fans getting extra rambunctious, as this has been a lengthy outing for Nelson Mercado, up to 20 pitches, although it feels like it's been more, just because of everything that has happened. The 2-1 holds off. The inside infielders playing to the edge of the grass. Mascai and Nadal also playing near the edge. A 3-1. Missing outside, and Petey Kiefer walks. Zeppieri, 13 stolen bases this season. Just 2 back of Abe of the Welland Jackfish. And here comes the extended conversation on the hill. That's going to do it for Nelson Mercado. New pitcher coming into the ball game. The Panthers are rolling. They're up 5-3. Welcome back inside Hastings Stadium in Guelph. Nelson Mercado gets the yank. Goes just a third of an inning. A rough outing for the former Ottawa Titan. And Andrew Case is on the case here. His 6th appearance of the season. 8 strikeouts. He's gone 6 innings. Has given up 5 hits. Has not given up a run so far here in 2026. The Panthers. It has been a clinic when it comes to base running. 7 for 7 on stolen bases, a couple of double steals. They have 2 runs this inning, and they are up 5-3 on the Guelph Royals. And Andrew Case will look to get the Royals out of this jam. Runners on the corners, just 1 out. Penalve, the batter, he is 1 for 3. And it all started, Josh Williams walked to start the inning. As that goes way inside. Jamie Cabral comes in to pinch run for Williams. And that's where you kind of see that strategy start to come into effect. Put a lot more speed on the base path, just try to generate some runs. And the Panthers have done that quite a bit. Taken the attention away from Mercado and really rattled him. The runner's going to go again. Throw into second, and he is safe. Another stolen bag this inning for the Kitchener Panthers. They are 8 for 8. As Petey Kiefer gets in there safely. Make that the 7th stolen bag for Kiefer this season. Crushed high. It's going to be playable in right center. Grab there by Patterson. Both runners will move up. Throw into third, not in time. The Panthers extend the lead to 6-3 as Zeppieri comes in to score. Mark that down as a sack fly for Yosvani Penalve. And a lengthy inning still going on here. 7th batter of the at-bat here. And it's Malik Williams. 1 for 3 with a single. That'll paint the outside. Three runs this inning for the Panthers. That one goes upstairs. Top 7 in Brantford. It's still 3-1 Red Sox over the Hamilton Cardinals. The only other game happening right now. London Welland happening at 6:05. Barry Chatham happening at 7. Chopper down the line. That's going to go just foul. As it jumps over the line just about half a click away from the bag. Case sets up the 1-2, and that's going to miss downstairs. The 2-2, that's going to skip. It'll go off the catcher, off of Malik. All that for ball 3. Final line on Nelson Mercado. Actually not resolved as of yet, as Kiefer is still property of Nelson Mercado in this inning. Case gets the punch out. But the Panthers come in with 3 more runs. 6-3 visitors as we head into stretch time here at Hastings Stadium in Guelph. The Royals now trailing by 3.
Yeah, what do you recommend?
I love this color right here.
So I'm gonna do like a navy and red lace.
I like to be subtly flashy.
My first glove was the Rawlins glove. This right here is kind of my baby. Took a year for her to break in. Rawlins guys hooked me up with this color. It was a new color that came out, and I was like, let me get it.
I always played with a Rawlins glove. That's all I know. It was branded in my brain to play with that.
I just fell in love that it was brand new, and when you get a pro glove, you don't have to put it in the microwave, you don't have to run it over with your car. All you gotta do is use it.
If I missed the ball with this glove, it went in the microwave. That was his punishment.
He's blaming the arrow and not the Indian.
Welcome back inside Hastings Stadium in Guelph, getting ready for the home half of the 7th. The Royals have some work to do. Panthers scored 3 runs in that last half inning, and they have taken a 6-3 lead, and they have made another defensive substitution. Yosuke Fuji takes over for Charlie Towers over at third. Here's Anthony Gilbert. He's 1 for 3 in today's game. Misses on the outside. Ernesto Punales taking over on the mound for Owen McNeil, who started the game for Kitchener. That misses upstairs. And into his second inning of work here as McNeil went 5 innings in today's game. Penales deals the 2-1. That's going to clip the outside edge for a strike. Sent into left center, and that's going to drop in front for a base hit. Gilbert, 2 for 4 now. Exactly what you need if you're the Royals. You give up 3 runs in the last half inning. Get things started immediately here in the home half. Here's Miguel Geraldo. He's going to miss on the outside. And I'll be curious to see if the Royals try to match the energy of the Panthers when it comes to base running. As mentioned, 8 stolen bases credited to the Panthers in that last half inning alone. That one misses in. By comparison, coming into today's game, Kitchener 31 for 39 on stolen bases, Guelph 15 for 21. The 2-0. Chopper off the hill. That one's going to get in. Base hit. Back-to-back singles for the Royals. And that'll set the stage for the former league MVP with a couple of runners on. Tack is 1 for 2 with a walk. Runners on first and second. Tack takes one in for ball 1. He walked in the 5th. That was his last plate appearance. And stands as the game tying run. Ibarra sets up outside and he just barely gets to that baseball. Seven runners have been stranded for the Royals in this game, including bases loaded in the first. Take advantage of the opportunities when given to you, especially in close games like this. Here comes the 2-0, and that's going to float upstairs. The 3-0, that's going to miss outside. That's going to load the bases. And now a meeting of the minds on the mound, and nobody out here in the 7th. And Victor Mascai coming up to bat, representing the go-ahead run. Do want to send our thoughts out. Press conference was held earlier on today. Mapleton, a deadly crash last night. Closed fourth line in Wellington Road 12 last night around 7:30. Getting word from officials that 5 children were killed in that crash, believed to be from Elmira. Again, we do want to send our thoughts out to the family and all those affected. Close by to this area for sure. That's going to miss upstairs. Takamatsu on first, Geraldo on second, Gilbert on third. The Royals cooking something up here in the 7th. Swing and a miss. Mascai doubled back in the 3rd. That was the only hit of the ball game for him. Big pitch incoming here. The 1-2, did he go around? No, he did not. Just barely held on, did Mascai there. Two balls, 2 strikes. Punales gets the sign, the 2-2, and that's going to get through the hole. Base hit, and the stop sign put on at third. Scampering back is Geraldo. And that'll get everybody to spin around on an RBI single for Victor Mascai. It's 6-4. A hard hit baseball. Will bring up Matthew Ward, still with the bases loaded. Whole lot of sports happening this weekend. Obviously the World Cup just starting off as well. That one misses up and away. You look at the out-of-town scoreboard, still 3-1 Brantford. 1-1 middle of the 5th, Blue Jays and Yankees. Blue Jays with a big 8-5 win yesterday. Of note, no Vladdy in today's lineup for the Blue Jays. Told it some back tightness and given the day off. Swing and a miss for strike number 2. Ward is 0 for 2. Walked back in the first, reached on a fielder's choice his last time up. Another big pitch incoming here from Punales. The 1-2, and that's going to float upstairs. Davis Nadal in the on-deck circle. The Royals getting on the case of Punales. The 2-2 is going to miss inside. 3-2. What an eye from the catcher of the Guelph Royals. Now look to reset. Fans start to get loud. The 3-2 skied high. Deep center field. Gross tracking it. He will make the catch. Throw back in. One run will come in to score, and he is safe over at second. Sack fly for Matthew Ward, and the Royals are within one.
Your third baseman, number 2, Davis Nadal.
And here comes Davis Nadal with a tying run 90 feet away. Nadal 0 for 3, pair of strikeouts. And the infielders start to move to the edge of the grass. That's going to go way inside on Nadal. Holds off on that, but that's going to paint some black for a strike. Pair of those strikeouts coming in the third and the fifth. Nadal also a long fly out to right field. That ended the first inning. Swing and a miss for strike 2. That first inning, Nadal was up to the plate with the bases loaded, had an opportunity. Just wasn't able to get the job done. Pinales gets the sign from Ibarra. Here comes the 1-2. Sent out of play. .56 pitches for Pinales. Howen misses outside. It has been a lengthy inning. Howen misses on the outside. And my apologies, Owen McNeil did only go 4 innings. I had said he went 5 earlier, but yes, indeed, he only went 4. This is the 3rd inning of work for Pinales. The 3-2. That one right over. It hops on Fuji. And nobody's able to advance, but it is Nadal getting on over to first safely to load the bases.
Your right fielder, number 11, Andy Leader.
And we'll see what that's going to be scored. So they're going to count it as a single. And here comes Andy Leader with the bases loaded as the fans are now in full throat here at Hastings Stadium. That is going to paint the outside edge, and the fans don't like it one bit. Ashton Patterson on deck. The 0-1 upstairs. The Royals trailing by 1. A very good ball game here today. Malik Williams playing to the edge of the grass over at first. Everybody more traditional, as that's going to be sent foul. Chopper down the line, that's going to get through. Base hit. One run comes in to score. Circling around in, and another run comes in. Throw into second, not in time. The Royals have the lead. Andy Leader with a clutch single.
Your center fielder, number 1, Hastings Stadium.
A two-run single at that. Make it 4 runs this inning, and here comes Pete Kiefer. And there's the signal. A new pitcher's going to come in to replace Ernesto Punales, who has a rough CBL debut. We'll be back with the new pitcher after this. Royals with a 7-6 lead. Welcome back to Royals TV. The Royals have put on 4 and have chased Ernesto Punales out of this ball game. And the Panthers will turn to Brett Reed, his 5th appearance of the season. His last appearance coming last Friday in London. Pitched an inning and 2/3, faced 10 batters in that one. That one's fouled back by Ashton Patterson. Nadal is on second. Leader is on first. Leader with a 2-run single to give the Royals the lead. Dancing over at second base is Nadal. Just trying to take away the focus of Brett Reed from the task at hand. Reed with a 5.63 ERA. The 0-2 is going to miss outside. It's pitched in 8 innings so far this season. His whip, 150. Check on over at second base. A couple of looks at Nadal. Goes in on the hand. Scansey will field it. Tags the runner over to first in time. Key play there for the Panthers to reduce the damage. But the Royals have taken the lead here at Hastings Stadium in Guelph. It is Royals 7, Panthers 6 here on Royals TV. Welcome back to Royals TV. It is 7-6. Guelph with a lead on their Highway 7 rivals from Kitchener. Start of a scheduled home and home between these two teams, scheduled to play in Kitchener tomorrow afternoon. But again, keep your eye on social media for any official updates, as that game could be a wash and rescheduled because of the heavy rain that we're going to get tomorrow morning in this area, as that's going to paint the outside for a strike. Rafi Gross, the batter. Junior Ibarra in the on-deck circle here for Kitchener. That one's fouled back violently, hitting the glass in behind home plate. Holds off. As you saw on defense, Fuji took over for Charlie Towers. He's in the 9-hole today. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Case gets Gross to chase. And that'll bring up Junior Ibarra. It has been a back and forth topsy-turvy kind of game. So that'll go across for a strike. If you're just joining us, the Royals had a 3-0 lead. Kitchener came back to answer with 3 runs of their own, all in the 5th inning. They then scored 3 more runs in the 7th to take a 6-3 lead. As that's lined high. It's going to stay in the ballpark all the way back. DeSantos will make the catch on a long flyout for Junior Ibarra. So again, it was a 6-3 Kitchener lead, but the home half of the 7th went kindly for the Royals as they took it to newcomer Ernesto Punales, scored 4 runs, and now have a 7-6 lead.
Now batting number 2, Jamie Cabral.
As Jamie Cabral will come in for his first plate appearance of the afternoon. He came in to pinch run for Josh Williams. Probably should get credit. I believe he's going to get credit for 3 stolen bases. A whole lot of double steals. There's a swing and a miss. And if I have it correctly, we'll get credit for stealing second, stealing third, and stealing home. Of course, stealing home was part of that double steal by the Panthers in that last inning. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Cabral as he sends that one through the hole, base hit. Jumping on it was Leader in shallow right, and looked like for a moment he thought he had a chance to throw it back in to get the out, but Cabral speedy down the line, and that's a 2-out single.
Second baseman number 12, Zane Scansey.
So here comes Zane Scansey as Pete Kiefer puts the signals on over at third base. The Panthers were extra aggressive in that last inning on the base path. What do they have in store here? The runner's going to go, and he's going to throw back over to first, and not in time. He drops the ball, and Cabral is going to stay over at first base. Well, you knew what the sign was going to be. No matter how you cut it, there's a reason why you have a guy like Jamie Cabral in the lineup. You utilize his strength, which is that base running and that speed. Will he take off again? Yes, he will, as that's set down the line, foul. And Cabral is going to have to go back to first. As Case takes an extra moment. I think everybody's taking an extra moment there. Case gets set, the runner's gonna go. Throw into second, and he's safe. And the fans can't believe it. Geraldo trapped the baseball. It looked like they got him. The fans are not happy about it. But Joel Estevez, who came on over, signaled safe, and that'll put a runner in scoring position for the Panthers. Another stolen bag for Jamie Cabral, as that's going to paint the outside edge for a strike. Case looks off the runner. That's going to miss outside. Puts the count full at 3-2. Case looking to get out of it here. Checks on Cabral, the 3-2. Chopper over to Gilbert. Gilbert fields it to first in time, and they will get the out. So a 2-out single by Jamie Cabral as he raced on the base path. It remains Royals 7, Panthers 6 as we head to the home half of the 8th.
Get ready, Chatham Kents. For the first time ever in the new Canadian Baseball League era, the 2026 All-Star Showdown is landing at Fergie Jenkins Field on the July 11th and 12th weekend. The league's top talent, all in one place. Watch the full slate of skills competitions, including the popular Home Run Derby on Saturday, and on Sunday, the ultimate 2026 CBL All-Star Game featuring your favorite players for a mid-season showdown. Chatham Kents, it's our time. The All-Star Weekend of the new CBL era. It's history in the making.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 8th. Here at Hastings Stadium in Guelph, it will be the top of the order. 1, 2, 3 to start things off. Ryan DeSantos, Anthony Gilbert, and Miguel Geraldo due up for the Guelph Royals, who have a 7-6 lead in a game that has changed quite a bit as it has gone along. Brett Reed still on the hill here for the Panthers, as he took over for Ernesto Pinales in the last inning. As Pinales goes 2 1/3. That's going to miss on the outside. The 3-0 is going to hit the plate right down McDonnell for a strike. The 3-1 missing outside, and Ryan DeSantos, as he does, takes the walk, his second walk of the game. And here comes Anthony Gilbert. And this is where the Royals are, gaining some strength here. And you saw it in the last time these two teams met. Some late surges by this Royals team. This time, they have been able to take the lead. Remember, down 10-2 to the Panthers the last meeting a couple weeks ago. Scored 5 unanswered in the 7th and the 8th. It's going to miss on the outside. Team that reads the pitchers, reads what they want to do, and they tacked on a few runs early on in this game, but really have blown things open a bit in the last couple of innings, at least when it comes to Panthers pitching. Umpire having to signal to a couple of kids to get off the track. In fact, if you do come here to Hastings Stadium, just keep that in mind. The warning track that goes around Hastings Stadium is all in play, and that is a ball for Anthony Gilbert. So if you do come here to Hastings Stadium, you can bring in your lawn chairs. It is a staple here at Hastings, all the way down the outfield lines. But you want to stay on the other side of that track. The gravel track is in play, and that one is out of the strike zone. Anthony Gilbert issued the free pass. That's back-to-back walks for Brett Reed. So here's Miguel Geraldo. But he's going to have to take a moment because could have a pitching change. I didn't see a signal made. But Brett Reed is going to be coming out of this ball game. New pitcher coming in for the Kitchener Panthers as they trail by 1 here in the 8th. Welcome back inside Hastings Stadium in Guelph. Bowen Cologne comes into the ball game for the Kitchener Panthers. Let's quickly take a look at the next 5 games for the Guelph Royals. As mentioned, tomorrow in Kitchener, tentatively, depends on if the weather holds up. Again, keep an eye on social media for an update on that game. Told that 10 o'clock tomorrow morning is the latest that you'll have to wait to whether or not there will be a game tomorrow. But there you see Chatham-Kent in Hamilton next Friday, a part of a 3-day weekend for the Guelph Royals. In Hamilton, hosting Toronto next Saturday, and then in Welland next Sunday afternoon for Father's Day. First pitch by Bowen Cologne, bunted, handled over to first, and in time by just a hair, according to the first base umpire. Miguel Geraldo drops down a bunt on the first offering from Bowen Cologne.
Number 4, Garrett Takamatsu.
7th appearance for Cologne. Went an inning last Sunday against Chatham-Kent. That'll paint the outside edge for a strike. Takamatsu with a runner on second and third. And the infield playing in. That's going to paint the outside edge. And the fans really not liking that one. Cologne with a 2.57 ERA has pitched in 7 innings so far this year. 9 strikeouts to 5 walks. Set up outside. The 0-2, swing and a miss. He got him. It's a pair of outs. And that'll bring up Victor Mascai. The Brazilian utility player. That one misses high and away. See where Junior sets up in behind home plate, setting up a little bit more in. Way in it goes. Mascai getting out of the way of that one. He's 2 for 3, a single and a double. He's also walked in this game. The 2-0. Misses upstairs. The infielder's back to traditional depth, in fact, playing a little bit more toward the outfield. Scanty playing on the edge of the grass toward the outfield over at second base. And they're going to award Mascai. Looks like he's just going to be intentionally walked here. Take the bat out of his hands.
Your catcher, number 10, Matthew Ward.
And Matthew Ward will come in with the bases loaded. As the Panthers didn't want to take any chances there, up 3-0, just walk them and see what they can do with Ward. Upstairs for ball 1. That'll go in for a strike right at about belt level. Ward's last time up hit a sac fly, part of a 4-run 7th inning. That gave the Royals the lead. That misses downstairs, and Cologne can't believe it. He thought he clipped the strike zone, but might have just gone under the knees, but not by much. The 2-1 holds off, 3-1. DeSantos on third, Gilbert on second, Mascai on first. The Royals looking to extend their lead. They were up 3-0 at one point. A few lead changes in the last few innings. And that's fouled right off the face of the top of the grandstand. So we will try again with a full count here on Ward. The 3-2. That one sent down the line, just foul. On the wrong side of the line by about 1.5 feet. Cologne shaking off a couple of pitches there, and time is going to be called here by Ward. Will the Royals blow it open, or will Cologne get out of it? Here comes the 3-2. The runners are off. Swing and a miss. He got him. And Cologne gets pumped. The Panthers get out of a bases-loaded jam. But we head to the top of the 9th, and it's the last opportunity for the Panthers, who trail by 1 here at Hastings Stadium in Guelph. Kevin Escorcia comes in to try to close this one out for the Guelph Royals. As Yosuke Fuji will come in to lead things off for the Kitchener Panthers. It'll be Fuji, Zeppieri, and Kiefer due up. Escorcia, first offering goes outside. That'll go across right at belt level for a strike. The former Chicago White Sox farmhand 17 saves with the Ottawa Titans back in 2022, as that's going to get through the hole. Base hit to lead things off as Yosuke Fuji gets on.
Left fielder number 1, Mateo Zeppieri.
And that'll set things up at the top of the order for Mateo Zeppieri. The offering. That's a chopper right down the line. Mascai will get on over. He'll tag the bag. The runner will advance, but Zeppieri is retired.
Shortstop number 17, Petey Kiefer.
And here comes Petey Kiefer. There's a quick conversation on the mound between Ward and Escorcia. As a mound visit is charged to the Royals. Kiefer 1 for 3. The lefty, Escorcia on the mound, offers down into the dirt away for ball 1. Kiefer walked his last time up, stole second base, stranded on third. It's part of that 3-run inning for the Panthers, as that's going to go right at knee level for a strike. Fuji straying away from second. That's going to go in for a strike. As Escorcia trying to push Kiefer off the plate with that last offering. Fuji takes his lead just in front of the shortstop, Gilbert. The 1-2. Chopper. Gilbert will get to it, fields it over to first in time. And the Panthers with a runner at third base, down to their final out. And the last hope rests in the hands of Yasvani Penalve. Penalve's last time up hit a sac fly. Won't have that opportunity this time around. Just trying to keep the Panthers alive. And that'll go in on the inside edge for a strike. Penalve trying to sell it, but didn't get the call. Penalve 1 for 4. Swing and a miss, and the Panthers are down to their final strike. As the fans start to get loud here at Hastings Stadium. You can hear them, folks. The 0-2 holds off. Checked over at third, said he didn't go around, and we are still cooking. Just over 3 hours into this one. Can Escorcia shut it down? The fans in full throat once again. Here comes the 0-2. Missing on the outside. Escorcia looking for the chase. But Penalve not biting. Fans get loud again. banging on the grandstands here at Hastings. You can see the camera shaking. The 2-2. That one's sent high. This is playable. Tracking it as Gilbert gets underneath it and makes the catch. The Royals have now won 3 straight. A 7-6 win as Escorcia comes in and completes the save. A topsy-turvy game. The Royals had a 3-0 lead. Kitchener came back to tie it with 3 runs of their own in the 5th inning. They would extend the lead to 6-3. The Royals would score 4 in the bottom of the 7th, and that is how it ends. As Escorcia gets the save, the Royals improve to a 6-6 record and even 500 as they stay in a playoff spot. The Kitchener Panthers, meantime, it has been a tough sledding couple of weeks for them, a tough sledding month of June overall, as they have now dropped 6 straight games. And they move to 5-9 on the season. Well, this has been a fun one, folks. Battle of Highway 7 goes Guelph's way this time. The season series tied at 1 game apiece. Again, tomorrow, scheduled for 2 o'clock at Jack Couch Park in Kitchener. That is when these two teams are supposed to meet again, but keep an eye on social media. Weather might change that. But for us here at Hastings Stadium, the next home game will be on Tuesday. Looks like it's going to be good weather. The Chatham-Kent Barnstormers come to town for a 7:05 first pitch. My name is Mark Perry saying so long from Hastings Stadium in Guelph. Once again, the final score, the Guelph Royals 7, the Kitchener Panthers 6.